Hi everybody, how are you? It's Anne here. So we're now going to come down, actually back down to the floor for some yoga postures in this little sequence. And we're going to be doing a couple of forward folds and twists. So forward folds allow us to take some time to reflect, sort of have an inward reflection. As we're folding forwards, we can look inwards and just maybe investigate and ask ourselves what it is that we need. It's a time to soften into a posture, maybe soften our minds and our thought processes. And the seated twists we're going to do, again, as we've said, with twists. Twists are great for lengthening out the spine, creating space between the vertebra. Also for wringing out tension in the body, both physically and mentally. So really good postures to do, great to do after you've done a whole load of standing postures, bringing yourself down to the mat. And at the end of a yoga class, that's what we tend to do, is come from standing, gradually working our way back down to the floor, allowing us to head towards that lovely posture of Shavasana, which is a resting posture, which we're not going to do today. We're getting close to that. That'll be coming up in a couple of days' time. But for now, we're coming to our mat and coming to sit in what we call Dandasana, or staff pose. Let me just move a little bit so that you can see the whole of the body. So we're sitting with the legs out in front of us. We're drawing the toes back towards us, which means we're engaging with the calf muscles, the thighs, so all the muscles around the front of the thighs, the hamstrings, the quads. You might even find that your knees are off the floor, or your heels might come off the floor. I'm just going to take the hands by the side of the hips and push through the hands just to lift up the spine. Imagine you're really lengthening through that spine. At the same time, drawing the navel back towards the spine, engaging the core. It might look quite an easy posture to do, but when you have everything active and activated, you'll feel the thigh muscles starting to talk to you. Also keeping that navel drawn back to the spine, keeping that spine lengthened, because quite often we'll have a tendency to slump. And slumping does feel good, but we're rounding that spine. We're crunching in the front of the body, so we're squashing into the organs and the lungs. We're not giving them and allowing them all that space that they need, the lungs to breathe, the organs to function properly. So just lifting yourself up. Take the shoulders away from the ears. Then you can just close the eyes for a moment and just take your focus to your breath. So the belly rounding and doming slightly on that inhale, and it falling back towards the spine on that exhale as you draw the navel back towards the spine. One more breath in and out. And on the next in-breath, we turn the palms away. We inhale the arms up, and we're going to come forward into a forward fold, but we're leading with the chest. So we're leading with that chest, keeping this back flat, only going as far as is comfortable for you, keeping a flat back. It could be here, feeling that stretch along the back of the hamstrings. It could be further down. Take it to wherever is comfortable for you, but keeping that back as flat as you can, coming forward with the chest, and then just allowing the head to hang loosely. I'm doing this video quite early in the morning, so my body isn't completely warmed up, so I know I can only really take this stretch to this level. Later on in the day or after a class, I may be able to take my upper body further down towards my knees and my shins. So remembering to draw those toes back towards you. If you're really tight in the back of the thighs, then have a little bend in the knees. Doesn't even matter if your knees are up here. This is about that stretch in the back, the stretch along the lower back, and the stretch into the backs of the hamstrings. Couple of breaths here. Slowly walking yourself back up. And then bending up that right leg, stepping the right foot across the left knee. Take the hands to the front of that right knee. Use the hands to lift yourself up so you're lengthening through that spine again. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Take a couple of breaths here. And then what I'd like you to do is release out that right arm and sweep it behind you. Plant the fingers in pyramids behind you. Let me just move down a bit. So those fingers are close to the base of the spine in pyramids. You're looking forward still at the moment. Push through the hands, lift up through the spine. Then release out the left arm and see if you can hook that left elbow around that right knee. And you're drawing that knee in towards the chest. So let me show you from the other direction for a moment. So you're wrapping that elbow round, drawing that knee in. If this is too challenging, you can just take the hand to that knee. Looking forward, take a breath in. Exhale, twist round towards the right. Imagine that you're one of those old-fashioned corkscrews, so the T-shaped corkscrew. The base of your spine is the point of the corkscrew. The body of the corkscrew is the length of your spine. And that bar across the top, so it's that T-shape, is the top of your shoulders. So you twist from the base of the spine, that point of the corkscrew, rotating round through the body of the corkscrew, and then the shoulders, the neck, head and eyes go round last. Only taking it as comfortable as it is for you. Roll the shoulders back, so squeeze the shoulder blades together so that the shoulders aren't coming forward, opening up through the front of the chest, so you get a nice twist in the spine, a nice opening in the front of the chest, keeping those toes on that lengthened leg activated, drawing back to you. Slowly releasing back, releasing out the legs. And then we'll come to the other side. So again, coming into that Dandasana pose, this time drawing up that left knee, stepping that left foot across the outside of the right knee, coming onto that front knee, drawing that knee into the chest, lifting the spine up, activate the toes on that lengthened leg. Releasing that left hand out, placing the fingers in pyramids close to the base of the spine. Lift up to lengthen the spine. Take a breath in, release the right arm out, and then bend, hook that elbow around that knee. Become aware of how it feels on this side in comparison to the other. Again, you can take the hand here if you wish. Taking a breath in, on the exhale, slowly twist round to your left. Point of that corkscrew, the base of the spine, working up through the rest of the spine, the belly, the chest, the shoulders, the neck, the head and the eyes. As you inhale, release the belly slightly. Exhale, twist that little bit further. Inhaling, releasing. Exhaling, twisting that little bit further. And then very slowly releasing back out. Take the legs out in front of you. Come back into that very stable and tall posture, Dandasana or staff pose. And we'll do one more forward fold. So take a breath in, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, leading from the chest. Coming forward, going only as far as is comfortable for you. Taking the hands down to wherever they reach. Don't be grabbing onto the feet and pulling the arms out the sockets. Just go as far as comfortable for you. Allow the head to hang loosely. Close the eyes. And just focus on your breath. And you can stay here for as many breaths as is comfortable for you or you need. And then slowly walking yourself back up. And then coming out. So that's just a nice seated forward fold for you and a seated twist. Add on to the rest of the postures that you've got. Or if you just want to do those individually, again, just make sure you've warmed up a little bit. So warm up with maybe a couple of cat-cow postures, maybe a couple of down dogs, and then come into those just to loosen up. But you might find in the evening your body will go into those postures much easier anyway. See you again soon. Bye.